Good day, everyone. My name is Alberto Munar, and today we will look at cybersecurity breach from Saskatchewan Liquor and Gaming Authority. It's kind of ransomware attack. This is for my individual project final presentation. Okay, this is a case study and organizational vulnerability and risk. Disclaimer. This presentation is strictly for educational purposes only. The techniques and tools presented are intended to illustrate cybersecurity concepts, vulnerabilities, and defensive strategies. Any use of this information for malicious or unauthorized activities is expressly forbidden, and I disclaim all responsibilities for such action. Here is our agenda. Brief incident description, incident simulation description, incident simulation demo, incident report findings. Brief incident description. It's all over the news. We can read and watch them from global news. It was also reported to the Office of the Saskatchewan Information and Privacy Commissioner, and also the SLGA acknowledged that they were hacked. Here's a brief incident description. The Saskatchewan Liquor and Gaming Authority, SLGA, suffered a ransomware attack in December 2021, compromising the personal data of more or less 40,000 individuals, including employees, dependents, and regulatory clients. The attacker exploited an unpatched critical vulnerability in SLGA's content management systems, CMS, enabling unauthorized access, data exfiltration, and ransomware deployment. The attackers later published stolen data on the dark web. Here is my incident simulation description. Reconnaissance, initial access, lateral movement, data exfiltration, and ransomware deployment. Here is my incident simulation demo. So I'll show you how the attacker did reconnaissance to the SLGA website, how he did initial access by exploiting an unpatched remote code execution vulnerability in a CMS. In this case, in our example, we have the outdated WordPress. And then I'll show you how lateral movement, the attacker might have used WP Scan, John the Ripper, and PHP reverse shell tools to extract and hash admin password to escalate privileges and move across the network undetected. These tools were usually used by penetration testers, but can be leveraged also by bad hackers. Data exfiltration. We know that the attackers stolen sensitive records from the website, like employer records, financial data, to the server. And then the ransomware department, how we execute the ransomware and print files. I'll be using a ransomware lookalike strain, simulated ransomware execution. This is the topology I built to simulate the attack. This is inside of VMware network, and so we have the VMware network and then the VMnet tree. So the attacker, Kali, and also I implemented a PCAP monkey just to analyze like PCAP and security onion for NIDS, network intrusion detection system. Those are the IP addresses. It's in passive mode, listening mode, and this is our victim, which is the web server, right? The web server has been compromised for SLGA, and we assume that it's using the WordPress for their CMS system. So here's the Kali, its IP address, and it's being leveraged by an attacker. So the attacker can access the public website of the Saskatchewan Liquor and Gaming Authority, SLGA of Canada. And for the CMS content management system, we presume that SLGA is using WordPress for their website content management system, and so this is their website and this is their IP. We assume that it's like this is a public IP, but it's a private IP, so it's only a simulation, right? So everything understand that. And this is the folder or directory for the SLGA website. Okay. I also implemented, like you can see in the topology, that this is the administrator, system administrator, and or / security architect of SLGA. This is where he does some administration for the WordPress, test the website, and also PCAP monkey is installed here to pick up some PCAPs in its network. Okay, and here, yeah, this is the actual web server, right? This is where the attacker will compromise this server, and this is my detection system, the security onion, right? I will turn this on a little bit later, but yeah. So everything is working here, as you can see. The WordPress, you got access. I added a little bit of a user, and it allows me to do that. So everything is fine. Everything is good. Everything is working. Everything is working until on November 21, 2021, the hacker gained initial entry to SLGA IT's environment. This is according to their investigation. And on December 25th, 2021, an IT employee discovered connection issues, ransom demand received. So everything I will show you into my demo. Incident simulation demo. Let's figure out how the attacker might have done reconnaissance into SLGA website. The attacker might have used NetDiscover to find out the IP address, MAC addresses of the web server, which is that's the IP address there, and this is our CMS system, contains the website, and it's the IP address. Next part of our incident simulation demo is the initial access of the attacker. He exploited the unpatched remote code execution vulnerability and CMS of SLGA. It's outdated WordPress. We're using 4. The attacker might have inspect the website, how it's being hosted, and through inspected the code, the HTML code, and found out that it's using WordPress 4.9, too old version of WordPress. I think we have 6 now. So now the attacker find out that the CMS using WordPress 4.9. He then knew how to get into the login page of WordPress. So he tried a couple of things, like try admin, for instance, and try some random password, some famous password. It doesn't work. So he has to do other things to figure out the password. And for the part 3 of our incident simulation demo is lateral movement. The attacker used WP scan, John the Ripper, PHP reverse shell tool to extract cache admin password to escalate privileges and move across network undetected. These tools were usually used by penetration tester but can be leveraged also by bad hackers. The attacker then used the WP scan tool. It's a kind of tool that's used by security / website administrator to figure out vulnerabilities and weak password. So, but it can be used also by bad hacker, right? So this is the command, and the attacker found out that there is indeed a user that is named admin. I also updated the user database. I added Albert, and that WP scan also found it. So definitely WP scan can enumerate username in the WordPress system. Now the bad hacker already found out the username, so it's time now to enumerate the password using brute force style using WP scan with the 10,000 most common password. You can download that from the internet, and using WP scan again. And so it's enumerate all that. It try to brute force all the password using the admin username that we harvested earlier. So it's going to test all that and so on. And so now it found out that the password is actually also admin. Voila. Okay. Now the bad hackers found out the password is admin. So it's the same as the username. So he's going to try to sign in now in WordPress. And yeah, now he's able to sign in. So now that I'm logged into WordPress, I can exploit WordPress at first glance. I was trying to attempt to use MSF console to exploit WordPress, but it's easy to detect by Security Onion. I pivot to use PHP reverse shell exploit instead. I can observe in Security Onion that it tries to attack as non-critical alert, in which many SOC agent may overlook. Below, you can see the code I uploaded, like here, in WordPress panel page using 404 PHP as a template. You can see the code I uploaded in WordPress panel. If the user will input valid web page or non-existing web page anywhere in the site, this code will be triggered. Then while the attacker waiting and listening to the port 447 at the back end. So we will do that. This PHP reverse shell is like a backdoor to the website now. This is what's going to happen. So now I'm going to demonstrate the PHP reverse shell working in action. So the attacker might listen to port 447, for instance, and then we will execute a non-existing website, for instance. Okay, anything, it will trigger that code that we leveraged the 44 non-existing website, right? Non-existing.php, for instance. So as you can see the netcat is logged on to the web server. So I'm going to say who am I? Data. Okay, present working directory. There we go. We host name vtsec. So yeah, it's actually into this WordPress right now. As you can see, the IP address is 128. So let's see if we can if config. See here, the IP address of this WordPress hosted the VM already. So now we're in the command line interface of the host server for the WordPress. So what's basically what the attacker is doing is a tactic of lateral movement. He leverages the backdoor to move from his host to the target host, which is the WordPress VM, and he's now in the operating system CLI. So now let the attacker do further lateral movement. So he went to the Etchy Shadow to find out something that he can harvest over there, and he definitely found out that the root has a kind of hash and the same as the Marlin spike. So he's gonna try to take the hash of this and see if he can. So the attacker went further lateral movement. He went and looked at the password file, the etc shadow, and found out user root, right, and Marlin spike. Okay, so they're gonna start with attacker usually look for the low hanging fruit like Marlin spike. See what they'll find out there. When they make root right away, it's gonna be too noisy. So they're gonna start with the user first. So yeah, that's what he found out there. Cat shadow. So we're gonna take the hash for the Marlin Spike, and we will prepare this for the John the Ripper, right? And now John the Ripper will crack the password for us, and it shows that the password hash was cracked, and the password is Marlin Spike. Brilliant. So now we know that the password is Marlin Spike, username is also Marlin Spike. We're gonna try to attempt that to log into the server. But first, let's enumerate what else that we can, what technology. Now let's see if Marlin Spike is what part of groups that he's in. Is it part of the sudoer? Now we know the password. We crack it with the John the Ripper. Now we can look for on open ports, and it's indicated that open SSH 22 is open, so we will leverage that as an attacker character. So let's try SSH to the to this WordPress hosted by Ubuntu VM with its web server, and we know the password is Marlin Spike, so we're in. So this is lateral movement plus privilege escalation. Now we have the user privileges. So now let's see if Marlin Spike, what kind of privileges that it has. Here's the shadow. What part of group he is. This is a sudoer or just a regular user. Okay, not shadow now. We have to go to the SSWD. Okay. So it's part of the sudoer, right? www.data, that's one we leveraged before, but now we're using Marlin Spike. It's part of the sudoer, guys. So that's and now the fourth part of my incident simulation data is the data exfiltration. This is simulation of copying sensitive files and records, financial data. So now the attacker is doing a reverse shell. He can do SSH to the system, right? Right there. He has the IP address of the WordPress host. This is the time when the attacker can or already can steal or take data from the web server. So we will simulate that also using SCP, right? Yeah, right there. So the attacker might have interested on stealing the password or password file for further analysis later on, but it can be anything. Now that we are signed in as a sudoer, we know the password a lot. We can change the password and for this account, but also steal the record. So let's simulate taking record from this server, from WordPress to the Kali, the attacker. So right. So as you can see, there's no data in the stolen data. So now if I go there, there's a password already. So if I tap like that, so it shows the password file is already in the attacker's computer. So it's the same thing that we read in the news. More or less 40,000 records and finance and data has been stolen. This is how the attack. So I already demonstrate how the bad hacker did upload and copy files. So it has all privileges to copy and take file to and fro from the server. So what the hacker might have done is created a directory, ransomware directory, and so let's just go cd into that, and there we go. They have the ransomware file, and also if the victim will pay the ransom, it's gonna SSH again and execute this part. And now for the final part of our incident simulation demo, which is the ransomware deployment. It will encrypt files using ransomware lookalike strain. It's a simulated ransomware. December 25, 2021, IT employee discovered connection issues, ransom demand received. December 24, everything's still fine. The directory for the website is still good. Still can be accessed by our network security admin site. Everything is okay. But on December 25, a bad hacker exfiltrated the website running ransomware. Oh, okay, so we'll just go sudo. Let's see what happened. Maybe something happened to it. Yeah, nothing happened. Oh, okay. Still good. Okay, let's go back there. We'll just have to put sudo, which we know the password. Okay, encryption. Ransom node generated. Okay, let's go back there. Okay, that's the ransom generated. The SLGA website folder is now encrypted, as you can see. It's encrypted, right? Now we know that they didn't pay the ransom. They recovered their system, reestablished and redeveloped their system. It didn't say that they didn't pay. They did pay the ransom, but for this demo, I'm just gonna decrypt it. Okay, I'm just gonna go here. For instance, if SLGA paid the ransom, I'm just gonna say sudo paid ransom. Let's see, successful. Okay, let's go and check it. It's all good now, right? It's all good. And then this can be recovered again. Everything is fine. Okay, let me try to redo it again just to make sure. Sudo ransomware. Okay. Hopefully that did not. So it's encrypted again. So let's see if that can be accessed. I did not demonstrate this one, and you see everything is encrypted here. So it doesn't work. So let's try to decrypt it. Paid ransom. Okay. Let's start with this. Okay, it's decrypted automatically. And let's see this one now. Okay, it's restored. So the key worked, but if they pay the ransom, the hacker can go back again and find some other avenue to extract money or extort money from them by encrypting their hard drive again. So maybe that's not good. And now for our incident report findings detection. For the individual project requirements, we have to show, or I have to show, a non-signature based attacks. So I did all the detection. The security onion is very strong network detection, intrusion detection system, and it detected most of the, like 99% of the signature base. Like the WP scan, it's detected as critical. I did WP scan twice, and it detected as critical. It also detected the Kali. When it detected the Kali in the network, it flagged as a critical because, well, should alert any SOC agents if they have Kali in the network, right? The most interesting part of my individual project is this reverse shell activity. I did a reverse shell and then detected in security onion and also Wireshark. I did it here, and in here's a security onion look like. It did detect that I did who am I when I was in Kali over there, and the interesting that it was detected is non-critical. And also it's plenty of ping. It says it's also not critical. It did say alert, but really it's not like a signature base right away, right from the bat, that it flagged it as our high critical, like the red one. Just like I did on WP scan, it did high critical. So this is the reverse shell PCAP that I captured from Wireshark, and I imported that to a text file, and then I plugged it on ChatGPT and analyzed the text file. And it says based on the packet capture that the reverse shell activity is between 131 and 128 to the again. That's correct. It's a Kali ID, and that's a reverse shell indicator at port 80. That's correct. It's the frame 35, 36, 86, 36, 86. It's an uncommon port. I purposely did 447 because it's an uncommon port, right? So it did find those things that I put it on the network and commanded, and I exited, and I here, how am I? PWT, and I exited the system. So it did detect it using the PCAP. As key observation is non-standard port. Prevalence levels use that hacker used www. That data, typical web server compromises. Alright, and yeah. It says PCAP shows successful shell attack, reverse shell attack. And it did find the website link that was compromised or used. Yeah. And for security onion, as you can see here, a security onion, it flagged as a not low critical, right? It's not that critical, but reverse shelling is critical, and that's interesting findings about security onion. Usually, security operation center agent just look at the red critical like that. Like for instance, if they see this one, oh yeah, we know one Kali is in the network, so they just gonna look at everything like this, and there's no critical, so it can certainly easily overlook. This attack that I did can be easily overlooked. They're not gonna look at it because there's nothing critical. So probably that is what happened at SLGA website administrator and security architect. They overlooked the result of their network intrusion detection. There are too many. They're coming by the hour, and that certainly been overlooked. However, if they did spend some time to look at it, they did. The good thing about security onion is it's a guided analysis, right? And if you go to this analysis, they would find out that there's something strange about these repetitive pings. It displays as ping, but it's using certain ports like 4477 and all that. So it's a strange, but it's not tagged as critical. So I guess we meet the requirements to show some non-signature based attack in this project. So lesson learned from this individual project is make sure at the beginning of the intrusion of the attacker, remember the password is so weak, it's not complex password. By just using WP scan the password and the username found out by the attacker. And we need to use this strong complex password. Now 100% we need a multiple factor authentication in order to sign in to any server. For non-signature based attack, we need to spend some time to dissect the results of security onion and do further threat hunting, right? And with that, I want to thank you for your time watching my video, and I wish you good luck. Thank you very much. Bye.